Oh, this is like doing exercise. Hello everyone, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be doing part 2 of my signed books. So let's get straight into it. Complete Write a Novel course by Will Buckingham. I went to university and studied creative writing and English literature, and Will Buckingham was my teacher / personal tutor for 3 years, so the whole time that I was at university. And he wrote a book about how to write a novel, and since I was doing a degree in creative writing and I am a writer myself, it seems only fitting to have a copy of this as well as supporting one of my teachers. It covers everything from the initial idea to writing that idea down, to editing, to formatting, to getting published, and then going on to the next idea after that. He signed it, I don't think you can see very well, and he said, "Get published, Charlotte." So, teachers still telling you what to do after you've finished education. All I Know Now by Carrie Fletcher. Carrie is a wonderful creative person. She does YouTube, she's an actress, a singer, and obviously now she writes books. This was a special event to attend in a way because I went with my boyfriend, and when we initially started talking, we started talking about YouTube and YouTubers we watch, and Carrie was one of those YouTubers. So in these stages, before we officially started dating, when we were just hanging out, we would sit and watch some of her videos together. And I mentioned this to her when we were at the event, and she called us the hopeful couple, which was so cute. There's also a video to that which my boyfriend filmed but lovingly let me put on this channel, so I will link that below as well. And yes, so she signed it and she put little love hearts and little kisses. Following on from Lady Midnight, which I mentioned in my previous video, I also got 2 more books signed at that event because you're allowed to get 3 signed. I got The Bane Chronicles and City of Glass signed because Magnus Bane is my all-time favourite character in any book ever, and City of Glass is my favourite in the Mortal Instruments. Now, these are weird ones, like A Fault in Our Stars and Library of Lost Souls. You could kind of discount these in a way. Apparently Cassie had hurt her hand, so she was only signing 1 book per person, which was Lady Midnight, and the others were like stamp signed, like that. And it's the same in Glass as well. It's like a stamp signature, but I'm counting them, which means I need to get new copies of these books if I ever want to reread them. Does anyone else have that problem where you have to have 2 copies of a book if you get it signed? You need the pretty mint condition signed book, and then you need another one that can get damaged, and it doesn't matter because that's the one that you read. That's what I do with books. If I get one signed, I have to get another copy of that book if I ever want to reread it. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is an author I never thought I would ever get the opportunity to meet, because with a lot of American authors, they don't tend to come to the UK a lot, and if they do, it's normally only London, and when you live in the north of England, at the other end of the country, it's kind of difficult to go to those events. So when she did a UK tour for this and went to Birmingham, which is near to where I was studying at university, you could bet your ass that I was gonna be there. I actually got spoiled a lot at this event because I'd only read 2 books in the Throne of Glass series, and Heir of Fire was out, so I got kind of spoiled for that. And I was like literally reading this one in the queue to get into the event. But in Sarah's words, if y'all didn't want to be spoiled, y'all shouldn't have come to a book event. She told a story at this event about how her parents didn't really support her writing. They wanted nothing to do with it. They didn't think it was the best path for her. They were very critical and against her doing the writing thing. But when Throne of Glass came out and she rang them up and told them that she was on the New York Times bestseller list, they started to support her a little bit more after that. And when I met her at the event, I told her about how I could relate to that story because there are a lot of people who are quite critical of me being a writer and wanting to get published. So it's all quite negative sometimes, and I told her that. I said, it's nice to know that someone like you has been so successful with all of these books, came from that same kind of background in a way. To which she told me to say fuck you to the haters whenever they say anything like that to me, and that I should never give up writing if it's something I want to do. She literally said fuck the haters, I'm not even kidding. She's brilliant, I love her. So she wrote in my book, "To Charlotte, thanks for coming," and look what she wrote at the top. She put, "Never stop writing." My book is taking so long to write. Following on from that one very nicely, the final one in this video is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Again, you could totally discount this, but I pre-ordered it through Waterstones so it would come on day of arrival, and it came with a little surprise. Which was really annoying because given I have a thing about not liking to read signed books in case they get damaged, I didn't want to buy another copy of A Court of Mist and Fury, so I've been trying to be very careful. That's all of the books for this video, and I don't have any more signed books unfortunately, so who knows, in the future there may be another one of these videos when I accumulate a lot more. I will see you soon for a new video. Bye! I forgot to do the thumbnail, so now I have to do the thumbnail. And all of my books are really heavy.